Well, hi there. It is Monday. It's February the 24th. Looking at the calendar, making sure, confirming. Journal 288, T plus 328. 32 days. 37 days until we hit my birthday, first transplant birthday. Which is interesting because it's actually one of the things that is prompting the blog. I'm sorry I didn't blog yesterday. I really was going to. I was just out of it when we got home. It was a long day, but a wonderful day. On the continuum of great days, it was right up there towards the top. But you have to wonder, you have to think to yourself, what makes it such a great day? What makes it special? What makes days terrific? And I'll tell you, it was really outstanding. The first thing that made it terrific was an opportunity for me to take 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes and speak to Team in Training, the Southern California chapter, of which my dear friend Brett Modesti, is a big part, and to share my story with them. Originally, I was supposed to do that, and it was on a rainy, nasty day, and I was too close to my transplant date at that point. And Leslie, common sense and Leslie, ensured that I wasn't going to go out. And she actually did it. And it was interesting because they start their rides from a park in Westlake that is really across the parking lot from where my primary care physician was located before she retired. And that's where my transplant journey and my experience with primary myelofibrosis, actually started. So it was interesting. And it's called a mission moment, and it's supposed to be motivational and inspirational. And I find it really interesting that I'm the one who's supposed to provide the inspiration and motivation for these incredibly generous, selfless, courageous people who were really instrumental in helping to save my life by donating blood and platelets and making me what they call their hero. I certainly wasn't any hero. I don't know that staying alive constitutes being a hero. Seems kind of selfish in a lot of different ways, but they were incredible. And my message to them really was that they're the inspiration. They ride all the time, and this Team in Training's purpose is to raise money for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. And they've raised a ton of money and continue to do that. And have made it possible for countless numbers of people to benefit from their generosity. So that was how I spent the morning, which was really early because the Team in Training moment comes at 8 o'clock approximately. Or I had to be there by 8 o'clock. I actually wound up speaking at about 8:30. Then went home, changed, and we went to see the Simon and Garfunkel Story. Now, if you ever have an opportunity to see it, the roadshow, it was a Broadway production, and if the roadshow comes close to where you are, and if you are a Simon Garfunkel fan, or if you're a person of a certain age and you grew up with that music, it was amazing. The two young stars of this particular production, while they kind of looked like Simon and Garfunkel, one was tall and slender, wore a wig so that he would look more like Garfunkel than he might otherwise have done. But I have to tell you, when the lights came up and they first started singing, I was convinced it was a recording. That's how good they were. And it just got better from there. So we spent, a good part of the day driving into Hollywood, got a bit of a snack, went over to the Hollywood Pantages Theater, which was sold out, and got to see this incredible show with all of Simon Garfunkel's music from the beginning, actually from their days together as a rock duo, Tom and Jerry, through their experience as Simon and Garfunkel, and all throughout the story of how they were together, they broke up, the profound number of albums that they sold, number of times they went platinum, the number of Grammys they won, how they did singularly when they went out as their own artists, individual artists, Garfunkel pursuing his acting career, solo albums by both of them, books of poetry by both of them, by Art Garfunkel particularly, and things that were really interesting. Like there was a point in time where, despite the fame and the notoriety, Art Garfunkel actually spent a year teaching school in the New York City school system. So it was after that, it was dinner and a wonderful dinner and the company of good friends and being able to sing along, which is great when you have to wear a mask because nobody can tell where it's coming from. It was actually kind of fun. But on the Continuum of Great Days, it was a wonderful day. And if you're a Simon and Garfunkel fan and that ever gets close to you, I would certainly recommend going to see it. If you have a team and training chapter near you, and they're all over the country, see if you can find it and support it. They're an exceptional group of people. One of the writers, a friend of my friend Brett, was going on the writer at least as much as he could. After 26 chemotherapy treatments and before his final treatment. So realistically, me inspiring them is almost foolish because they inspire and motivate me. They are an amazing group of people and certainly worthy of your support because they support really important causes. That's it for now. Until the next time we get together, stay well and take care. Look forward to seeing you then.